Hannah, say that again.
I wish I could put you speaker say a really
So, what's your evidence for the tooth fairy?
How many times I keep for now?
Well, say it once more. You need to speak slower so I can hear all your words, because I missed the message.
What?
I missed your message. What is your evidence for the tooth fairy?
My evidence is my dad saw the tooth fairy.
Okay, so that's hearsay evidence, and in court, a court of law, hearsay evidence is not admissible. So that's not your evidence. You're the scientist, and you're looking for evidence. So you haven't seen the tooth fairy, have you?
No, but my dad did.
Okay, but that's not evidence. That's hearsay. Have you seen any footprints by the tooth fairy?
No.
No. Do you have any more evidence?
I saw money by the tooth fairy.
Okay, so that's evidence, but you didn't see the tooth fairy leave the money.
No.
Okay. Who else lives in your house?
What?
Who else lives in your house with you?
My dad, 3 cats, 2 turtles.
Okay, so Hannah, so far we have 2 turtles, 2 cats, your mom and your dad. Those
3
6...
cats and 2 betas and my mom and dad.
Okay, so any of those pets or people could have left the money under your pillow, correct?
How could a fish, a cat, a turtle, my mom is always asleep, my dad always in the bed, my mom's always sleeping.
Okay, so let's rule out the pets as possible suspects in this theory of yours about the tooth fairy. So it leaves your mom and your dad, so they're sleeping all night, right?
Yeah, my dad was awake when it was like middle of the night, but he didn't get up. It's only when he checked.
Okay, but Hannah, you're making an assumption. You don't know that your dad didn't wake up because you didn't see him do it, did you?
I saw him wake up and come up the stairs and check my pillow.
Okay, but you didn't see him put the money under your pillow, did you?
No, I just saw him checking and there's money under there.
Okay, so far in your theory that the tooth fairy is real, your only evidence is the money under the pillow, which you don't have conclusive evidence was done by the tooth fairy because you didn't see it happen. Is that correct?
You have to believe me, my dad never lies. He's my dad.
Okay, Hannah, that's another assumption because people often don't tell the truth, right? So in terms of being...
Always tells the truth.
Hannah, I'm afraid that next time you put your tooth under your pillow, you need to leave like a little camera that films all night so you can see who goes under your pillow. Then you have evidence. So if you're going to be a scientist, you need to look for evidence.
More quieter because he is real.
Well, Hannah, your theory that the tooth fairy is real is still a theory. It's not a law yet because you don't have empirical evidence to prove that the tooth fairy is real. You believe the tooth fairy is real, so you still have a theory, and you're still doing research. So my advice is secretly put a camera next to your pillow and film the whole night so you can see who goes under your pillow with the money.
Oh, and do you want to stuff in my ear up?
No, then look at the video footage and see who actually replaced the tooth for the money. Then you have evidence. Like, this is how science works. It looks for evidence. And everything else, Hannah, is just belief. You know, people
I know how I'm going to make a film, though.
How are you going to make a film?
I think you'll now have to put your ear up to the phone because...
Okay. Okay, you're whispering. So your parents can't hear this plan, right? Okay, so as a 7-year-old, in 2 weeks' time, what's your plan going to be? Yeah.
I'm really good at sleeping, so, I just asked.
Yeah. Hey Hannah, hang on. So let's make a conclusion. You're going to carry on doing research and and aim to the camera and look for evidence for your theory. So you're going to be a scientist looking for fairies, specifically tooth fairies, because there's several different types of fairies as far as I understand. Is that correct? Good. So I want you to write it up as a one-page research paper when you're done your research and present it to your class. Okay? All right, that's the plan. Good work. First sign.